So this just happened. And the response was,
know that our administration is going to stop at nothing to seek accountability and justice. We have activated dozens of members of the State Patrol's mobile response team. And from here on, I have a very simple message. We do not need any further help from the federal government. To Donald Trump and Kristi Noem, you've done enough. I've issued a warning order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard. We have soldiers in training and prepared to be deployed if necessary.
and then Trump just posted this. To nobody's surprise, Reddit is calling for a civil war, and there's a wartime-like atmosphere on X. This is an unprecedented timeline of events. Whether it was cold-blooded murder, incompetence, or genuine self-defense could be up for debate, but it doesn't actually matter. Not anymore. What matters is that a white liberal woman died defending immigrants who hate her for being white anyway. Half of the US calls it murder, half of the US calls it self-defense. There is no debate to be had on whether she was murdered or was it actual self-defense. That middle ground for debate seems to be long gone. Now, my personal opinion is that it was not self-defense. I think we need to be honest about that. We all have eyes, and if you watch the slow motion footage, it's clear that there was no serious danger whatsoever. So why can Trump just post that it's hard for him to believe that the ICE agent is alive? And why does the right stand as one, united behind this approach? Well, because the masks are off now. We've tolerated a decade of cultural terror of yours. We were banned for thinking that men cannot be women. You banned the president who represents half the country from X. You cheered when Charlie Kirk died, and we all know that you wouldn't hesitate to go back in time to stop Trump from turning his head at that critical moment. You've demonstrated time and time again that you hate us for being white. This also includes yourself. You've kicked us out of the job market in the name of DEI. You've wrote hundreds of articles detailing how whiteness is a cancer on the face of the earth and should be cured. You've given our money to third worlders who hate us, and I could go on forever. And I mean forever. And last but not least, do you remember what happened on May 25, 2020? Well, I do. George Floyd died because of an overdose. I don't quite remember you appealing to factual reality back then, because you didn't. You wanted blood. You wanted our blood for being white, and you burned our cities. You went mask off so fucking long ago, and you act surprised that finally, after all this, the right has also embraced sectarian identity politics. I guess we were not supposed to do that. I guess you expected us to just shut the fuck up as we slowly but surely get ethnically cleansed in our own countries. And this is exactly why there's no middle ground. And this is why there will never be. With you, never. This is why basically everybody on the right says that it was self-defense. And this could all have been prevented if we could have an honest conversation, which you refused to have for the last decade or so. If you just gave up on the most extreme version of race communism, if you at least pretended that you view our concerns as legitimate, all those ifs are now irrelevant. With each one of these events, it's becoming clearer than ever that this won't be resolved peacefully. Peaceful resolution is only possible when there's a conflict within one society. Common grounds cannot be reached when there are two parallel societies that hate each other with totally disconnected moral systems. And we have two totally disconnected moral systems as of 2026. And the fact that the left has responded to this incident with burning American flags makes this abundantly clear. I can't help but worry that as we go down this path, at one point, maybe now, maybe a bit further down the line, we'll slide into a genuine civil war. And what comes after? Nobody knows. Whether or not, we are one step closer, and I fear that it might already be too late.